Hi, I'm Sally, and today I would like to share a book review with you of Harper Lee's newest novel, Go Set a Watchman. I'm sure you've seen this cover at a local bookstore or on the news, as it is the highly anticipated sequel to Lee's first novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. I did reread To Kill a Mockingbird before jumping into the new novel, and appreciated it so much more as an adult than I did as a teenager in high school. I was so excited to begin Go Set a Watchman, but was quickly disappointed. So this is not a positive book review. I will give you a few reasons why I found this sequel to be disappointing. The first one, while I was reading Go Set a Watchman, there were exact duplications of descriptions, such as the description of Aunt Alexandra, that came straight from the pages of To Kill a Mockingbird. So as a reader, you're thinking, wow, I've heard this before, and it is a little disappointing. I did somewhat enjoy the first half of the novel, getting to know the characters of Maycomb as they stood 20 years later, and seeing how Scout has grown and how Atticus is now, but it was so disappointing to see Atticus now as a racist man who does not believe African Americans should vote, and is sticking firm to those beliefs that seem to somewhat go against who he was in the first book as a man who fought so hard to free an innocent black man, being Tom Robinson. So it leaves you wondering, well, who is Atticus? And I think that was Lee's intention because Scout feels the same. She does not know anymore who her role model is because it had always been her father. But at the same time, you're hoping Scout will stick to her morals, and she does get angry and says she's going to leave Maycomb forever, and it seems to be what she needs because she never fit in to begin with. But then she folds in the end and says, well, just never mind, and apologizes to her father, and it just ends in a very odd fashion in comparison to Kill a Mockingbird. And I don't know if this novel was ever meant to be published. To me, it seems as though it is simply the thoughts of an author who has written one novel and is thinking about, well, what would happen to these characters? And as we all know, segregation was occurring in Lee's life. I think this was simply a response to that time. I don't think it was meant to be a book on the shelf. And it worries me that publishers were simply using some of Lee's thoughts to make a novel to be published to make money. But I do not think it will ever, I know it will never stand up to the stature of To Kill a Mockingbird. It just can't. It doesn't have the themes, the symbols, the underlying morals, and it's just not the same caliber of a novel. I would not recommend it. This is a negative book review, unfortunately, but if you want to try and read it, I just would encourage you to be reminded it won't live up to your standards. So that is my book review of Harper Lee's newest novel, Go Set a Watchman.